Sure.
When did you first realize you had a problem with the car before the crash?
Maybe a second and a half before it happened. The 4 barrels on at Madison. You gotta drive a little different, so I was working on backing the corner up. So I lifted a little bit earlier than normal, but it was like, holy cow. I tried to get under it with my toe, the throttle, and pull it back. There was nothing doing. I held the brake. I just let go of the steering wheel. Nothing I could do. I was hoping it stayed in the park, which it did. No one got hurt. Parts can be fixed.
Things going through your mind at that time about maybe it being worse than it could have been?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I thought, my God, I'd never hit that hard. And I thought, there ain't nothing to be left of this thing. But, we still weren't even sure once we got back here Sunday night and got on the lift. I was just sick of looking at it. We just went home and got back after a Monday, but got it apart, and I was surprised, real surprised. I got to commend Pathfinder for that one.
So the damage not as bad as it appears then? Or?
Well, it was bad enough, but I really thought we lost the whole chassis, but it bent where it was supposed to bend and folded up where it was supposed to fold up. The main frame, the main cage, and that portion of it held up good, so we were able to repair it.
What did you think about when you heard that the other drivers pretty much stopped what they were doing to come check and see if you were okay and everything?
I was floored, just about everybody came over, but I'll tell you, when that thing landed and so I'm sliding down the track and you see my right front suspension rolling down, and I see here's Bickle, drives through all that crap, running over parts, drives right up next to the door to see if I'm all right. That was pretty cool. I didn't expect that. Got a whole new respect for that guy after that one.
I was there. I was underneath the tower when it happened.
Okay.
And somebody below me, who I don't know which team they were with, the woman came up the stairs to me and said that make sure you point out in the story you do on it that the drivers that were already in their cars buckled and waiting to come out and practice got out of their cars right away and came out and checked on you. What
they did. When I got out and I went in the ambulance, whatever, and when they let me out of there, I grabbed some parts and threw it on the rollback and grabbed my helmet. And I walked down the hill, and here's everybody's out of their stuff. Obviously, it was going to be a little bit of a delay, but yeah, that was pretty impressive. All the drivers coming over, making sure you're all right. Hell, I didn't even know if I was all right, but seemed to commend the safety equipment because everything is fine. We're a little sore, a little beat up, but. Yeah, as far as them guys, that was pretty cool. Raced with most of them a long time, most of them more than they've been around. But it was really nice to see that. It meant a lot to me. It really does, when things get like that, I don't ever want to see anybody have to go through that, and they don't either. I think it's just a gentleman's respect thing that you have for each other. You race each other hard and clean, and you try to do the best you can. But when something like that happens, I'd certainly do the same thing, regardless of what your past history may be, That's pretty cool.
Definitely the hardest hit you've ever taken?
Yeah, I've wrecked some stuff, and, I'm this long doing this. Got hurt a lot worse, hitting a lot less. But we crashed one time in Milwaukee, and this has been 04, 05, pretty hard, but nothing like that. It was just such a helpless feeling. You couldn't... there's nothing you can do, I don't know why I let go of it, but I guess I must have figured, this is it. You're wrecking hard, You just get your hands out of the way, and you have about a second to react to the thing, and I guess that's what I did. Thank God, because everything, we're all good here, able to keep going on this stuff. So
that was a brand new car too, wasn't it?
Yeah, we built that car here new in the winter of 2011, so it was a brand new car for 2012 season, and we ran it all year. Had a halfway decent year. Obviously had our little growing pains with it, switching from a left-hander to a Pathfinder chassis, which is what I always had prior, and actually broke the track record with it at La Crosse for Oktoberfest, and we made it almost a lap, and that was the big wreck there, and I was in it, of course, So we ripped it all down this winter, redid everything, This is the third time I'm building this same damn car, It's getting old. Getting real old.
What's all gone through with the rebuild process?
Pretty much all the suspension components. That's all being replaced. In the right front corner. The left front corner was fine. Was both right side shocks, so you got a front and a rear. The rear end I just went through, just got that back and got that back up in there. Fuel cell was okay. Most of the interior, the dash, all the right side stuff. Obviously a stub, part of the right side rail, right side door bars, the X bars on the right side have all been replaced. Power steering rack, radiator. We just got the motor back here about a week ago. That was actually okay. There's some pulleys and stuff that need to replace on it. Fuel pump, that kind of stuff. So it's quite a bit. And obviously we put new seat belts in it, replaced my Hans stuff, and you look at this stuff, it looks fine, but I don't want to find out it's bad, So just a lot of stuff. Something like that happens. You just go through everything, you look at it as close as you can, and it needs to be replaced. It needs to be replaced, And if that means we're going to be done for the year, well, then we're going to be done for the year. But it doesn't mean I'm going to, half-ass it to put it back together just to get back out there. It's not worth it. Not to me, anyways. I'd like to do stuff right, and everybody does these days, I guess. So it's costly, but it's got to be done.
Do you have a big crew? A lot of guys helping you, or?
You know what? I got not a huge crew, but I do got guys that know what the hell's going on. James Straube, he does most of all the body stuff, all the interior stuff, as well as anything else. I think the core group of guys we got here, we could probably take the thing apart and put it back together in our sleep. It seems like, but. Them guys are awesome. I'd like to name them all if I could. It's James Straube. He's our main crew chief spotter, race day spotter. Randy Gelden, he does our tires for us. Nate Buehrer, he's been with me for, I think he came aboard around 04, 03, something like that. He's real handy with the, just knows how stuff goes together. And if he doesn't, we figure it out. But, and then I got a couple of good friends that came up. Dave Edwards, who races in the Big 8 Series, he came up with one of his crew guys, Todd Ludke. And them guys have been with me, going to races and stuff with me. So they all came up, held Monday night. We had the thing stripped down to nothing. And I got my dad, Russ, out there, who's working away right now. He helped me get the motor out of it on Monday right away, and actually delivered the chassis Tuesday for me to Pathfinder right away. So, and myself, and that's about it. We were able to. I cut the stub off it myself here and cut all the bent stuff out of the way. Why pay someone to do it? I got a saw. Right. So I'm a really core group of guys that have really been helping a lot. And then we work. We all work a full-time job, so they'll come up at night. Wednesday night's our big night, but I usually have one or two of them here with me just about every night of the week.
How many man hours do you think it would be to finish everything?
I don't know. I don't keep track, honestly. A lot. It's we've probably got 50 hours in it so far. Probably another 50, 60 to go. But I'm hoping by the end of this week, it'll be looking pretty good. I'm waiting on parts right now is my biggest thing, but. It's, your time is valuable, but if we weren't doing this, I don't know. I love shooting. I play with guns, so I guess I'd probably be doing something like that, but.
So is this more of a labor of love than?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been doing this since, when did we start? 88, down in old Lake Geneva, a little street stock or whatever, and now we're to this level, and we got a great car owner who's actually one of my crew guys and good friends, Scott Dahlberg, is there helping. He's got a little hand injury right now, so he can't do a whole lot, but he loves it as much as I do, and my crew guys do.
We have the car ready for the tour race at Madison?
Absolutely. Hook or crook, I'll be there with this car.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I just got off the phone with Jeff Neal, the quartermaster. God bless them guys. They went above and beyond the call to help me out getting this thing put back together. So I have them parts tomorrow. Performance Stainless up in Appleton just did my headers for me. Beans up there. AEC doing the engine program for us. Them guys they don't mess around. On the Pathfinder chassis, Joe and Joe Wood, Jason Schuler up there. I mean, we took the car up on a Tuesday night. I picked it up basically 24 hours later and hauled it back down here. They're outstanding people, you know. So things like that going right, you know, we'll be back out there for sure.
Think you'll be a little nervous first time coming up to speed, coming down the front straightaway?
If I am, I don't belong in there. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you right now. If I am at all, I'll get out. We'll put somebody else in it. You know, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I was there Sunday, watched the race. Yeah, is it nerve-wracking looking down there, seeing them black marks go up the wall? Absolutely, but you know that you can't be scared. I mean, if you're going to second guess yourself at all, then you know obviously you don't throw caution to the wind, but you know I'm not changing anything that I ever did or do in the car. You know, my biggest thing that I pray for and beg for is the knowledge to know which adjustments to make. You know, make this thing better, make it turn better, make it get off the corner better, get in the corner, whatever it's got to do. You know, and that just comes in time. But as far as being nervous or uneasy about going back to Madison, absolutely not. I better not be. Like I said, if I am, then there's an issue. Right. You know.
What kind of adjustments you think you need to be able to beat Travis Sauter? Because no one seems to be able to at Madison.
I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't. We've been running really, really well there. I've had some terrible luck there, obviously, but
yeah, round one of the Triple Crown, we were right up there with them, and then
we just had a bunch of stupid crap go wrong. We had a part failure in the motor, push rod broke. You know, that took us out of contention, and I guess we had a wheel come loose too while leading, but we had a great piece all the time there. Just, you know, I don't know. We watched the last two races. Man, Travis has just got it going on. You know, it's not because of lack of effort or because he's got a bunch of money or a big sponsor or not. He works his ass off, you know, and he deserves every bit of it, you know. We just got to work harder to beat him. I see he just got a nationwide ride here for the weekend, so, you know, I know a bunch of people are probably, I hope you go, get the hell out of here, but it doesn't matter. There's always going to be somebody faster, and someone will beat Travis as well. You know, it's just a matter of time. Although he has won, I think, the last 9 at Madison are his.
9 straight, yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. I don't know what we got to do to beat him. Keep working hard. Focus on the 25 car, not so much about the 5 car.
Mm-hmm. What's your outlook for the rest of the season with the Tour?
You know, we had to miss Grundy, which sucks. You know, we make a contract with the Tour when we decide to, you know, we're going to do the whole thing, and that's our intentions, you know. So we miss Grundy, so you're out of the points thing. You know, we go to every race, make the show, get in there. We're going there to win, you know, and run as good as we can with what we have. When the equipment we have is good, you know, there shouldn't be a lot of excuses. We'll see what happens, but yeah, we'll definitely finish out the rest of their schedule for sure. That's priority number 1.
Anything else you'd like to say about sponsors or people involved or anything like that?
Yeah, like I said, you know, the big number 1 guy is Scott Dahlberg. He's Great Lakes Components on the hood of the car. Also owns the car, the engines. You know, he's number 1. We've got Craig Bauer Trucking, who just came on this year, which is really kind of a neat deal. He watched us race 100 years ago at Lake Geneva. He's a local guy here, and he's helped out a lot. He's went above and beyond what he said he would do, and you know, that's really nice to have. We've got FiberTech Incorporated out of Franksville, Wisconsin here. More of a friend of mine in Scott's that helps out as far as sponsorship. They're up on the hood. Race Team Gear came back to help us out a little bit here this year. We actually just signed them up right before Milwaukee, so they'll be on the rest of the season. Right now we've got Rybar Corporation up on the quarter panels, who's helped us out. A Lynch Truck Center has been with me. Lynch Corporation, I guess, has been with me from day one. You know, so we've got some good backers. I'm sorry if I missed somebody. You know, I want to really make sure that Quartermaster gets a plug in here. You know, like I said, they went above and beyond. You know, 5-star stock car bodies as well. You know, without them guys helping us out, you know, we may be able to race, but not at the level we're racing at. You know, 5-star's always been a big backer of ours, and you know, they help us up as much as they can. You know, they got to make a living too, but it's not like we're giving things away. But it's nice to have them around. I buy a lot of my parts from Baling up in Butler, Wisconsin. I probably split it up between them and Performance Parts Supply, which is left-hander chassis. So we want to give a shout out to them guys too. They it helps. It all helps, you know. You're not getting stuff for free, but getting the discount sure doesn't hurt, you know. And I think I mentioned my crew members. I don't know who else I can really say. You know, the tour sponsors, the Skag and Echo Outdoor Products. I guess they're Echo Bearcat now, but you know, they've been a supporter of the tour for a long time. I think I've got every piece of the yard equipment Echo makes, from the leaf blowers to the chainsaws to trimmers, you name it. I think I got it all. But you know, they've been around a long time. I know, and if I see some sponsor on someone's car, I support them, you know. Same with, you know, you need yard equipment, why don't you go buy some Echo products? You know, they're supporting what I do, so it's kind of how that all ended up. But I don't know who else I'm missing, and I apologize for that.
No problem.
Well, I think that's everybody though, so far. We have room. If anyone wants to jump aboard, absolutely get a hold of me. I'm easy enough to find, so.
All right, thanks a lot.
You bet.